What's going on, y'all? What's going on, chat? How we feeling? How we feeling? It is 8:30 p.m. on a Thursday night. All right. Listen, I want to chat it up with y'all on some chill stuff. Listen, look, we got snacks. You feel me? Go this snack right here. If this isn't in your top 5 snack list, I don't know if I want you around me. This is a banger, right? Boom. Now look, go-to beverage. What y'all got? Let me know something. Go to beverage right now. Everybody gonna say fruit drinks. I already know it. Polar Pop, Coke Zero. I don't know what it is about Circle K's Coke Zero. I've never had soda that tastes this good. Something about the Polar Pop is just different. But look, y'all, we gonna chat it up, right? I got a few things. I'm gonna pull up some questions. We just gonna sit here and chat like we homies, cause y'all my homies, yo. Y'all my dogs. Even though I be trying to spit game or like give y'all game on life, I'm really one of y'all. So we gotta remember, we gotta keep this friendship tight. So there's a few things I want to talk about. But before I get into those, let's real quick talk about a personal lesson. Y'all hear me talk a lot about. Damn, y'all can't even see my eyes. There we go. Y'all have heard me talk several times about intention, right? Being intentional. The reason why I talk about being intentional so much is because through my personal experience, even though people say let it happen naturally, go with the flow, follow the wind, or let the wind take you, whatever people say, through my own personal experience in life, that has never went out. Like the results from that has never given me what I wanted out of it. So I stopped following the rules. People kind of put these rules on life, and people will notice that in their lives the rules don't apply, or the rules don't give them the results that they want, yet they still follow them because they feel like they're restricted to the rules that were laid down by people we don't even know, right? God didn't make these a lot of these rules, right? There are principles that God laid down for us to follow, but a lot of the rules that people make up don't exist. A lot of these, I'll give you an example. On the internet, people like, I'm not gonna say names, the people who serve the masculinity of the internet, right? The people that teach young men what to and what to not accept from women, how to treat a woman, how to allow a woman to treat you, what you should expect in a woman, things like that. A lot of them are setting y'all up for failure. Why? Because, and it's the same way the other way around, right? Because the women on the internet, the women on TikTok, the women that are making this music, right? But let's start with men. These guys are teaching you to hold yourself to a certain standard of man that you have yet to reach yourself. And you have to earn that standard of man. You can't just go around demanding things from people, and you aren't even the type of man who deserves a woman with those qualities. You understand? You can't set your standards up here and you're not meeting them up here as well. These YouTubers and these influencers got men thinking that, men thinking they're the prize. A woman would be lucky to have me, which is a great mentality. You should always have confidence. But before confidence, there needs to be proof. It's one thing to say something, it's another thing to show it through action, show it through the man that you are. Cause listen, as a I'm not a woman, but I don't know why I was about to say as a woman. Women, when they look at you, right? It don't take long for a woman to know what kind of man you are. It doesn't take a woman long to decide what you deserve from her. How much time of hers do you deserve? Do you deserve her energy, her effort? It doesn't take long for a woman to decide these things. So if you're not displaying yourself as a man who deserves to have women of these qualities, you can't expect to have them. And it goes the same for women too. A lot of these influencers are making all women feel as if they that they are entitled to certain things from a man. That certain things from a man are simple bare minimum behaviors. And again, it's great. I think all women should have standards to a point where they understand what they will and won't accept from a man. They understand what they deserve from a man. But like I said, you have to be meeting them up here. So if you say that any man you date has to be making $100,000 a year, has to be willing to bend over backwards for you, get you anything you want, spoil you. A man should be willing to pay that price to hang out with you. If you feel that a man should, if you feel these things, you need to be meeting them at that same standard. Do you display yourself as a woman that a man would be comfortable putting that much time, effort, and attention into? Because any relationship is hard work. Relationships are hard work. There's a few things y'all never hear me talk about on in these episodes, and relationships is one of them. Why? Why does Zay not talk about relationships? Because I'm not a relationship expert. I don't have a whole lot of experience in relationships to where I can tell you guys what is good and what's bad, what you should and shouldn't be doing. So I never speak on anything that I can't testify on my own. Understand? I don't speak on anything I haven't personally I don't personally have much experience on, unless it's something I'm bringing to y'all as an idea to present for you to do your own thinking. But if I do that, I always state that. I always say that. But if you're expecting these things from a man, then there's a certain way you have to display yourself as a woman. Display yourself as a woman who deserves that from a man. Not saying that there are women that don't deserve a good man who treats them well, who gets them what they want, but how do you display yourself? Understand? Are you respectful? Do you respect, the men that you talk to, or are you disrespectful? Do you cuss at the men you talk to? Do you cuss them out? Do you add stress onto their life? I think if you're a woman who can come into a man's life and not only not make it harder for him, but to add a sense of peace or ease to what he's doing in his life, automatically you just set yourself up way above others. If a woman comes into my life and I feel that having her in my circle makes it easier for me to keep pushing forward, automatically she's up here to me. She deserves a lot more. Now, if I add a woman to my circle, regardless of how beautiful she is, regardless of how good she looks, regardless of anything like that, if she is adding stress to my life, if she blows up my phone if I'm not answering because I'm busy doing something, she's cussing me out, she's adding stress to my life, she's this and that, automatically, as a man, I just can't treat you the same. I'm not gonna disrespect that woman, obviously, but that woman will never get the same out of me that another woman can who adds to my life. Some people add to your life, some people take away from your life. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. But that wasn't even the thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know how I'm a like professional D1 yapper. Sometimes just go off the rails. But what I wanted to talk about is going back to the idea of intention, right? If you set goals, as much as I talk about my channel, life is very simple in my opinion. If you set goals, if you want to see growth, you need to stick to the plan regardless of how you feel.